country throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging.
Welcome to Before the Game. It's round one of the Swamport Hotel ARMAFL season and R&A. I'm Matthew Hood. We're coming to you today live from the Meningie Netball Courts, the home of the Coorong Cats. Before the Game is brought to you by the Professionals Murray Bridge, and our major sponsor is the Swamport Hotel. Today we're live streaming the A-grade netball at 12 noon, and I'd like to have a very big welcome to the A-grade coaches from Waipolonga, Stacey Smith, and from the Coorong Cats, Georgia Dent. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
What a day, hey?
How is this?
It is going to be massive. Now, first time both of you coaching A-grade today, correct?
Yeah.
Who's nervous?
I'm nervous.
Yeah. No, if you said you weren't, I know that you're absolutely talking rubbish.
I gave my husband a hard time in the car on the way here.
So you've been going through the game plans, and if this doesn't work, we're going to go to that and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, got some plans in place.
Now, let's just let everyone at home know that you two do actually know each other quite well, don't you?
Yeah, we used to play together back in the day for Matrix.
At Matrix?
Yeah.
Now, what was that like? Tell me first of all, what was that like, playing together?
It was good fun. I think it'll be interesting. We were very lucky to have an awesome coach in Jackie Illman, and so I'm sure we've brought a lot of the same structures and game plans to the game today.
I'm looking forward to see that in action on the court today. First of all, Georgia, how did you end up here at the Cats?
Well, I originally was, playing still in the city, and then Dad, being a local from Canalpin, had always been coming to the game still. And when I heard that the Cats were interested in, expanding and wanting to grow on the netball, Dad kind of had a chat with me about it, and I was
so he floated the idea.
Yeah. So local, and it's something that's sentimental to me as well as playing for the same club that Dad did when he was growing up, and I know that they amalgamated and obviously formed Coorong, but even being able to play at his local ground is very sentimental to me. So
absolutely, no, that's fine. And you've got a little bit famous Dad too.
Yeah, so he claims that.
Good stuff. Now, State, how'd you end up as Maipo A-grade coach?
They had no one else.
No, they chased you down, said you've got to do it.
They were very, very flattering, and they thought I was the right person for the job, and I took some time to think about it to make sure I was happy with the player-coach setup, and thought, why not? Let's do it.
Absolutely. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how it all pans out today. Now, tell me, just quickly, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who you are, what you do, all that sort of stuff.
I am a Maipo local, born and bred there. Started playing minis. My first game of minis was here at Meningie.
Oh, there you go.
Years ago. But yeah, played netball for Maipo. Got an awesome supportive family that then supported me to go off and play netball in town, and then went to boarding school. Started playing netball in town for Matrix, and had a great bit of success there in a good couple of years. Moved over to WA for a few years.
Oh, went to WA, right.
Yeah, came on back, and then wanted to come back and contribute and play for a team I've always wanted to growing up, and we were lucky enough to have some success upon coming back with Kelly Altman and I coming back into it. So yeah, it was good. And for work, I'm an occupational therapist.
Oh, nice. Good stuff. Georgia, a little bit about yourself?
Mine's not as interesting as that, but no, I've played for Matrix for my whole life as well, since I was probably about 8. So I think a bit about me is that very loyal to the clubs that I'm at. I've only ever been at one club, and I think when initially coming here as well, Cats was something that had a lot of the same values. So it was, just slipped right in. But yeah, played netball down the city whole life. I've done a lot of, been in the Pathway and Sassy, and even been doing train on with Thunderbirds at Parts. So yeah, I've done quite a bit around that space, but yeah, looking for something a bit different. Country netball's where it's at apparently.
Absolutely.
So.
Now, originally you were going to be a playing coach, weren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
What's happened?
Yeah, no, plans don't always go to plan. So I'm finding that as I get older. But no, I'm pregnant. So,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
That's so nice. So
that's all right. It just means that I'm more keen to get on the court next year.
next year, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
good stuff. All right, I'm not going to hold you up any longer because you're going to have to go and get your sides ready to
Yeah.
play at 12 noon. But we are going to do the get to know you questions first of all, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll just bounce off. Go each one taking a turn. Age?
28.
28. Just think about it.
24.
24. Middle name.
Renee.
Kate.
Favourite position?
Wing attack.
Wing attack.
Fair thing. You use two. Nickname?
Stacker.
Stacker.
G. It's not very interesting.
Yeah, G.
No.
What celebrity are you going to take on a date?
Ooh, Pat Cummins.
Oh, Pat Cummins.
Yeah.
Right.
God.
Come on, George. This is your big opportunity here.
Oh. That's a great question. I actually can't think of somebody.
Who's your little fave?
Is that bad that I thought of one so quick?
Yeah, actually. Jacob Elordi.
Rightio, good work.
Yeah.
Most famous person in your phone? Most famous phone number?
Well, on the cricket, we're just talking about it. I have a few of the boys who just won the Shield
did
final
you?
in my phone.
You going to drop any names?
Nathan McSweeney, Jordan Buckingham, a
Oh,
few of the boys.
stop it.
But
Stop
I was
it.
Natalie Bomberto.
Yeah.
She was an idol of mine growing up.
Yep.
So yeah, got Nat in there.
Good stuff. How are you, George?
Dad reckons he's pretty famous around these parts, as he said, driving up in the car. But I've got a few Suncorp girls in there, a few AFL boys, but who are mates. But yeah, probably either.
What names are you going to drop for
Sort
AFL?
of kill it. Charlie Ballard, who plays for Suns.
Yeah.
Or got Lucy Austin, Lauren Frew.
Stop it.
Few different girls
Rightio.
in there.
No, good stuff. Favourite TV show?
Friends.
Yeah, Friends.
Yeah, I
That's
like
a good
Friends too.
one. Yeah, you
Yeah.
keep going first.
Who do you reckon in the AFL?
Crows.
Doggies. That would kill
Oh,
you
yeah,
if I say
exactly.
that.
You got the doggies. TikTok, Insta or Facebook?
Instagram probably out of those.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Winter.
Winter?
Yeah, I like
Nice.
the fashion more.
Single, married or partner?
Married.
Engaged.
Engaged.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And you just recently got married, didn't you?
Yeah, on Tuesday. It's our 2-year anniversary.
Oh, nice. Good stuff. And what car are you driving?
A Mazda 3 hatchback, depreciating asset, no need to invest.
Depends whose car we're coming up in. If it's Dad's car, but a Subaru.
In a Subaru, just a small one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to have to go.
Yeah.
You'd realise that now.
Yeah,
a
I
wagon
know.
or something
Don't
like
you worry. Everybody's been getting into Seb's ear about getting a high
Need a mum car,
Yeah, or you. I know. I'm talking to him about it.
that. Nice work. Right, ladies, all the best. It's going to be massive. This is going to be a blockbuster.
Be a good game.
Today, I cannot wait. We're going to have six-time Premiership coach Pat Brown with us in the commentary box, Mark Steinert. I'm looking forward to it.
Amazing.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
stuff. All the best. Go get your sides ready.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Right,
for having
we're going
us.
to send you girls out. We're going to bring the panel in now. So out they go. Come on in. We got the president of the Kooran Cats, Narelle Hanks, coming in. President of the football, Adam Hill, and president of the RMFL, Mark Steinert. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you very much,
Thanks for
Matthew.
having us,
Wow, what a big day it is.
isn't it?
Oh, massive. Now, how's the Premiership hangover, Unga?
Well, until about Wednesday night, it was still there, I think. We've been continuing the celebrations, and then we realised, hang on, we've got a game on Saturday against you-know-who.
It all start- You've been on a 6-month bender.
Yeah, but no, it's been great. Well, as you know, back to, with our founding club anyway, Meningie, it was few and far between drinks with Premiership.
Yep.
So a lot of those locals around this neck of the woods really celebrated, and along with our other comrades over the range, they really got behind us because they knew how special it was for
Absolutely.
the people. So well done to them.
Absolutely. Now, Mark, congratulations. President of the RMFL.
Thank you.
How's things going leading into round one?
Not too bad. Last 36 hours. I think I've probably got to see a surgeon and have the phone removed from my ear. But no, it's been pretty good. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, I won't lie, I am quite happy that round one has actually come around. We can get started.
Absolutely. Now, Narelle,
Yeah.
you've been doing some super work behind the scenes,
Yes.
getting this club all to where you want it to be.
Yeah, definitely, Matt. Yeah, we've the last couple of years we've just been working with our local girls and seeing what we could produce there. We've worked out that we need a little bit more structure in our club, so we've gone out and headhunted a few key people to help us with that. So lots of work behind the scenes, and good to get back on the court today.
Yeah, for sure.
And something feels a bit different here, Matthew. I've been around the RMFL TV a few times, but it's just a bit different here
Yeah,
today
well, it
for
is.
some reason.
Well, we promoted the hell out that Alex Button was going to be here today.
Of course.
Right?
Butsy.
Now, Yeah, Butsy's not here. So
I know he's been losing a lot of weight, but I didn't realise it was that much that he disappeared. But
now he's had a bit of a midlife crisis. Now, some people go and buy a Harley, some people buy a caravan, some people buy a nice little dog they'll put on their lap and just, watch TV with it. But not Butsy. He thinks he's going to go back and play footy today. So he's pulling the Guernsey on for Ramblers B grade. And, it's going to be very interesting. And I think we should just take 3 seconds, look to the sky, and after me say, pray for Butsy. Pray for Butsy.
Pray for Butsy.
Yep.
Jeez,
All the
you're
best.
going to need it, mate.
No, I hope he does well and survives, to be honest. So
he'll go down to council on Monday for a rest.
He'll be
I
right.
think he's going to need to. Now, let's just talk some sponsors. And one thing that's been amazing is that all our RMFL TV award sponsors from last year are back on board. Amazing. Narelle, would you just like to run through them, please?
Sure can, Matt. Yeah, so we've got Play of the Day from Farm Fresh Markets and Smiley Car Wash. Dutton's Goal of the Day. McHugh's Bakery Mark of the Day. Elders Rising Star. Murray Sales Defender of the Day. Anytime Fitness Incentive Award. And the Coin Toss and Jimmy's Joke by Crowy's Paints.
Thank you very much, Narelle, and thanks to all our sponsors for back on board. But one thing that's happened is that we have been overwhelmed with people wanting to get involved with RMFL TV. It's absolutely amazing. And we've got some new sponsors on board for season 2025. And I'm just going to get you to run through them, please, Adam.
Yeah, great to have these people on board. The Murray Valley Standard are sponsoring the RMFL TV scoreboard. The quarter time, half time and 3/4 time breaks are sponsored by Drendel Concrete. And special comments are sponsored by Eckert Earth Movers.
Now, hang on, before you get into the last one, we need to build this up a little bit because I tell you what, it's an award-winning quiz, I tell you, but people are paying big money, and these next ones you're about to announce have seriously put they have to remortgage the house for the sponsorship. Please announce it, Adam.
Well, I tell you what, Matt's quiz, and that is sponsored by the Ruck and the Rover podcast. Of course, Chili Chandler and Harry Mansfield. And I tell you what, if you're technology, I can't even say it. If you're into technology, get on the podcast. It's raw material. The boys don't muck around, and I only listen to it in case they're going to say something about me. But,
Yeah. And we've got a little bit more about them, what they've been doing shortly. So we'll talk a bit more about them a little bit later in the show. Narelle, within the netball,
Yeah, definitely.
you have some great sponsors
We
as well,
do.
and we need to acknowledge them today, considering we're here live streaming from the Meningie Netball Court. So
Yeah.
just run through the sponsors,
Yep,
please.
definitely. Like Daisy Irrigation are always a great sponsor across RMNA and RMFL as well.
Yep.
So they're our sponsor for the day and player of the day in our A grade, who will win a $50 voucher.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see. But whoever is best on court are judged by the experts in the box.
It will be good.
So it'll be good.
Yep.
And the
then-
match day sponsors.
Yeah, we do. We have a couple of match day sponsors to help us televise today's game, which is an excellent incentive from RMNA and RMFL coming together. So for the Coorong Cats, we've got Binawee Angus, who are a local. You'll see one of our local girls from Binawee Angus as well playing in the side in the A grade, and we've got Maipalonga Carstairs Concrete. Sorry,
Yeah, it's a bit
spit that one out.
Yeah, Carstairs. I think
A lot of sayings there.
but, for all your concreting needs, of course.
Right,
Absolutely.
correct. Yes.
No, thank you very much, Narelle. Mark, I'd just like to talk a bit now, and I'm going to throw it over to you for this, but there's been a few changes when it comes to our social media, and particularly Facebook.
Yep.
Could you just perhaps tell everyone at home what's going on in that space?
Well, because I'm so up to date with anything social media, I'm glad you picked me for this one.
The
But
guru?
yeah, the new River Murray Football League Facebook page is actually called the River Murray Football League Incorporated. So,
Yeah. So it's got the ink on it.
on the ink. So just
Yep.
on the 30th of April. So just keep that in mind. There's a fake page, RMFL Group. It's called a public group, and it sucks people in to join. It's nothing to do with us. I mean, we can't control it. It's using material from our page, but again, I think this is pretty much, as I said, I'm very naive when it comes to this sort
No.
of stuff, but I think it's a pretty regular occurrence, people getting hacked
It
and
is.
so forth. So,
So-
just keep it in mind. Again, if it doesn't look right, it probably isn't. So,
No.
just keep that in mind. And so River Murray Football League Inc. If you
Yep.
can add that ink, you'll be in line.
Correct. So if you're on the other page, at the moment we are still the 30th of June, still going to be double posting.
Yep.
But you might as well come over now. So if you come over and follow the RMFL Inc. Page, and you'll be in business. Alrighty. Now, there's always a few problems in the world, isn't there?
There's always problems.
There's always problems. Now, I think it's time that each week we have a little think about this, and we're going to just work out what we need to fix. So we're going to go through, have a chat to each here. And Narelle, what needs fixing in the world?
Well, fixing in the world, I'm a bit unsure of what I could say today.
Right.
So I'm going to go local.
Okay, stick
And I'm
local.
going to go, we need some rain.
Right.
Mother Nature needs to pull her finger out. We had a little shower this morning, which was just nice, just to settle the dust a little bit. But
We need
our
rain.
farmers need some rain.
Okay,
so
good work.
That'll be my fix.
Right, let's fix that. Adam, what are you fixing?
Well, I don't know if this will fix the world, but it'll fix my world, and I'm talking about Channel 7. Now,
Right.
if anyone out there from Channel 7's listening, listen
They
here.
are listening, make no
Of course
mistake
they
about
are.
that. Yeah.
I'm telling you now, you need to do something about getting footy on Saturdays back on Channel 7. When I
Agreed.
was growing up, my dad used to... Channel 7, footy's on. Channel 7, we just knew. Channel 7. Now we've got to go to Kayo,
No.
Fox. I don't even know where we are on
The
Saturdays.
average punter doesn't want to do that.
I tell you what, now, I know someone here would have Bruce McAvaney's number. He's got some pull. So, Bruce, if you're out there, speak to your people,
We actually know
please.
Bruce a bit, don't we?
We do know Bruce. I will speak to him direct.
Absolutely. Right, we're going to get onto that, and we might have to call Bruce. But now, Mark, what needs fixing?
Well, I'm going to pinch your thunder. Is that all right? Or do you want me to go with something
No,
else?
go with something else. I've
Go
got
with
nothing else
something
otherwise.
All right.
What do you
Well,
got?
I was going to talk politics, but I'll leave that to you.
Rightio.
Fixing. We don't have a lot of time, but one thing I thought of the other day, football media. It's just out of control. Talking about the media. I think I did read a stat for every player that's listed on AFL. There's about 10 people involved in the media. So online, print, TV, and all these TV shows. You just so negative, and after 1 week, one game, there's coaches need to be sacked, and so fix it in regards of there's a couple of really good shows on TV where they're positive, talk about the positive things of games, but there's so many shows and segments and articles that's just negative and just muckraking and gutter journalism. So promote the game, keep it positive, and so.
Rightio. Good stuff. Thank you, Mark. That needs fixing, definitely. My fix is, and yes, as you alluded to, politics, we've got an election coming up. And to be honest, 2 weeks, that should be it. No advertising, no promotion. 2 weeks out from the election, that is it. Not this bloody 6 months beforehand. That's ridiculous. And I've had a gutsful already, to be honest. So
He's not happy.
No.
You can kiss plenty of babies in 2 weeks.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
You can go and have a beer
Well,
at
you
the
can-
pub and
you
look
can-
like a goose.
More important, you can tell plenty of lies in 2 weeks.
You can walk down the shopping mall and get abused, so you can do that in 2 weeks. You don't need
Absolutely.
6
So we need to fix that. I'm going to have to call. Who's the boss? Albo, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll call him. I'm going to sort him out. All right, that's what needs fixing this week. And we would just like to, at this point, acknowledge our great sponsor in Professionals Murray Bridge. So very much a big thank you to David and Karen Clark for getting on board and sponsoring before the game. We also want to mention our great friends at Dutton Motors. Now, you can't see it on the camera, but just to my right is an absolutely magnificent Ford Ranger. So they supply that. Come on down on our away games. So a big thank you to Duttons, and give Jack Daniels a call. He will do you a super deal. All right, moving on. Now we've given our two great sponsors a nice little plug. I'm going to throw back to you again, Mark, because we had a really big announcement at the season launch the other night by King of the Mallee, Baz Barrett, regarding the RMFL league coach. Would you like to just elaborate a bit more on that for our people
Yeah,
at home?
so again, it was a fantastic night. I think the other week on the Wednesday, it's happened now 3 years with the River Murray netball and football getting together doing the season launch. So, and yeah, as mentioned, Baz, I spoke to him yesterday. He's actually at Port Vincent at the moment, at a family vacation, so probably the worst place in the world to be. So yeah, he's basically our vice president, but also he's our representative football guy on the committee.
And all does special comments. I forgot to mention Baz the other night, so very sorry, Baz. But one of our premier special comments commentators.
Yeah, and when he talks, you listen, because
Yes.
he's on the ball. So,
And that's why they call him King of the Mallee.
That's correct. The Lord Mayor of Lamoureux, all the so forth. Yeah, so obviously Brett Todd has done a great job over the last couple of years and brought us out of a 26 or 7 year wilderness, I think it was, beating the hills. And yeah, Toddy's decided to step down and concentrate on what he's doing at Imps, and he's done a fantastic job, so we certainly thank him. And as a committee, we decided, well, if we're going to do rep footy, we're going to do it properly. So we had a bit of a meeting and a chat, and we thought, well, we need to replace Brett, so we'll go for the best. And we decided premiership coach, a guy who took the Cats to a whole nother level, and approached Dan, and he thought about it, and he come back and said, yep, I really want to do it. So he's committed. He's also bringing in assistant coaches, so Ray O'Donnell, who's the new coach at Ramblers. So I think Daniel and Ray have a bit of a connection from previous work they've done. So and also Jossie Richardson, that you guys know very well, and KC as well. So they're all coming on board. So Dan's already talking about who he's going to pick and setting up training sessions, and yeah, which is what we want to do. If we're going to do it, let's do it properly and put resources into it. So yeah, so he'll be watching games of footy, and he'll probably go back and watch some of the replays as well. And yeah, so we'll be playing against the Hills not sure on a venue yet. We'd love to play at the Summit, but as most people know, there's a few issues with the Summit at the moment. So it could be at one of the Hills grounds, but wherever it is, we'll be well prepared. And so I'm really looking forward to. I love playing representative football, and we just want to make sure all the players, they commit and we do it and we do it properly. So
Yeah, nice work. And he'll add some professionalism to everything that he does. Adam does.
Yeah, as we know, Dan, he strives for success, very professional. So the Interleague squad is in really good hands. And I know when Baz spoke to Dan, Baz gave me a courtesy call, so I had the heads up that Dan might be considering it.
Yeah.
Dan actually called me one night and to have a bit of a chat to see what I thought, but what he was really just ringing me up was that to tell me that he's doing it and he's going to win, and away we go.
Exactly.
So, no, very passionate and in good hands, of course, with all those other coaches.
with the players that are coming through, some of those young guys that might be a year or two into their career to play under a guy like Dan.
That's right.
I think that's lovely, chopping at the bit to play for him, and we just can't wait. And Stan's going to do a fantastic job. So.
It's going to be good. And also, Noel, June long weekend,
Yes,
country champs. So
we
netballers, all the netballers are off to that. So
Yeah, yep.
obviously you'll have some support from the Huron Cats for that as well.
Yeah, we do. We have a couple of girls going down for the June long weekend, and the RMNA have managed to fill our junior sides for that, which is great to see. They've done quite well the last couple of years with their RMNA rep team, so hopefully we'll come away again.
I know we haven't had seniors going down for a little while. I'd love to see the seniors come back.
Yeah.
So Pat Brown did win an A-grade premiership in 2009. I think I coached an 2014 A-grade country champs premiership. So it's great for the girls, but
It is.
unfortunately right at the moment we're not doing it. But anyway, we'll keep working on that.
We'll keep working on it.
All right, let's have a look at Facebook pages, social media. Let's see what they're doing around all the clubs, and we're going to kick off with you, Adam, at the Huron Cats.
Yep, so the Cats have announced on their socials this week the A-grade captains, league captains, Sam Sanders and Chad Kennett, of course backed up there by the leadership group in Brad Thompson, Alex Stitterford and Henry Turner. So no better Cats blood to lead the senior squad there. And also, if you're at Meningie Oval today, the Premier's Gin is being launched.
Wow.
So make sure you grab a bottle of gin. There's tastings as well. Beautiful bottle with a beautiful label. It absolutely looks fantastic.
Nice.
So Rosie and I have had a couple of samples.
We're on a winner.
We're on a winner. We're loving
We're
it.
going to get taken home in the back of that.
Tick of approval.
Very good stuff. So well done there.
Yep, and then we've got Imps as well. They've, I believe, got a bye this week.
Yes,
so
they
next week they've got, on the 12th of April, Funny Quiz Saturday, hosted by Jason Chong, who is a stand-up comedian.
Show my age here. Is that the other half of Cheech and Chong?
It's his brother.
His brother, right,
Yep.
cool. All right, going on to Jerboys. Great job by the under-15s and their helpers. They laid a massive amount of roll-out grass for a brand new warm-up area behind the goals. I did have a look at that, and probably a lot better than going out the back of the club on the gravel. So a little area up on that top end there, so that'll be fantastic. So well done to the Jerboys guys.
Well done. And the Mallee District Storm have announced their upcoming events for tonight. They have karaoke and cocktails, which will be quite interesting. And on April the 26th, they have Yabby races. So, I tell you what, the odds could go anywhere there. I mean, I thought Yabbies lived in water. There's none at the Mallee right now, so we'll see what happens there.
The imports.
That's right, and then moving on to Manham, tonight they've got meals on, family bingo night, and DJ Roo, who can cut some rug. Is that what they say these days? I don't know. I sound a little bit old, I think, now.
That's because we are. There'll be some moves chucked up there tonight. Yeah,
Beautiful.
something like that.
Love
Not
it.
to the Chapman Board dance after that.
Yeah.
So out at MyPay, the 100 Club is back for 2025, so it's only $100 a ticket with big prizes, which I think is about $1,000 and works its way down.
Boom.
I think I've been involved in that a long time, and I'm still yet to
you've paid up, have you?
salute the line. So get on board with that. That's great.
That's good. And the 100 Club is on the go out at Ramblers. So make sure you get in touch with Chris Werman to secure your number there.
And then moving out to the Southern Mallee Suns, they announced their leadership group with Josh Smithson, who's the captain, Shiloh Dabner and Rory Driscoll vice captain, and Tom Werfel and Callum Thomas as the leaders.
Yeah. out at Tarlin Bend, so showcasing their 2025 committee led by President Clinton Beefy Allen and Vice President Tony Hughes, two great people, and well done to everyone involved on the Tarlin Bend committee. They've got a good group out there and doing great things out at Tarlin, so well done.
Thank you very much. And time to just now have a very quick look. We like to get the RMFL TV crew to do their predictions on how the ladder's going to finish each year. And I'm just going to have a quick look at that now. And I've actually been thinking, I actually want to change my order.
No, hang on.
I want to change my order.
Hang on.
What do you mean, hang on?
No. The bets have been placed. You can't change your order. This is public. This has gone out.
Yeah, I know it's out there, but I just thought if I could just change, I'd like to bring Ramblers down. Can I do that, please?
I don't think so. No.
What do you mean?
No. Well, that'd be,
I think if I could just bring Ramblers down, I'll slide the other two up.
This is a credible organisation.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Now, all right, we'll leave it as it is then, because they're going to get all upset and everyone's a bit precious nowadays. But I did notice, Jimmy Griffiths, where are you sleeping at the moment? You picked the Cats to go top. Mum and Dad have both gone imps. What's going on?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Linton Barrett as well. Shame job on them.
You wouldn't get any more imps family than the Griffiths, and Jimmy's gone and done this.
Jimmy's gone with the Cats. Oh, you got to love
He's
it.
turned 21, so he thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, your dad's not angry, just disappointed, Jim. So, all right, that's enough of that. Let's head back onto the where we're up to here. And we just talked a little bit before about the Ruck and Rover podcast, great sponsors of Matt's Quiz. I've listened to them all except for Benny Hansen, I reckon.
Yes.
You've listened to some?
I've listened to them all. And the boys do a really great job. Like I said, it's raw, a lot of swearing, but that's fine.
We're going to work on that a bit. I've been talking to
Yes.
Shilly on the swearing.
Yeah,
But
and I understand the boys have had to put a lawyer on board. There has been some controversy over the last few weeks, but they've seemed to get out of it.
yeah, come on.
But yeah, it's a lot about your football life and also some backstories of some of these special guests too. So it's very interesting.
It
listening.
is. I'm going to mention some names here, who they've done, and you can go on to, what's it called?
Spotify.
Thank you. Spotify, and you can listen to them. So you got Stevie Sumner, Josh Calder, Ben Hansen, Mickey O'Malley was awesome, Ray Inoue Love, Tommy Klasky, and also Jacob Rance and the Barnow, Alex Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Am I allowed to call him the Barnow now that he's married?
I think, yeah,
Still can do that.
you can do that.
All right,
yeah.
okay, we'll do that. And coming up this week, Nick Pearce, the ex-Rambler Big Ruckman.
Big fella.
The big fella. He's on the podcast this week, and I'm about to hook up Chili and Harry with proper audio equipment tomorrow.
Good.
So at the moment, I think they've got the mic on a wooden spoon that they pass around. So I'm about to give them some stuff that I'm going to put them on loan to them.
He's
So,
making a bit of coin, he can afford something.
oh, you'd like to. Well, he's put his hand in the pocket for the sponsorship, so don't worry, he's climbed poverty now. All right, moving on. And umpires are really important, Mark, and I want you to just bring us up to speed what's happening in the RMFL with umpires.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I think I mentioned a few people that it's a bit of a throwaway line sometimes by people about we can't play without umpires, but it is so true. And I mean, Narelle's saying with netball, and I love the way with netball, if you're old enough to play, you're old enough to umpire, which is fantastic. We've got a new umpires coach in Matt Steinbeck, so Jason Edwards has done it the last few years. Jason is still involved on the committee, and he's actually doing a little bit of work with sample umpiring as well now. So Matt's come in, he's created a big impression straight away. And also, just on probably a sad note, the umpires were wearing dual black armbands today. So two guys, Brian Bandy Edwards, which is Jason's father. So Bandy had a lot to do with umpiring, and also he was a lead chaplain as well. Unfortunately, Bandy's passed away earlier this year. And another name that people remember, Dave Mitchell, who was umpires coach for quite a number of years. Dave's been a little bit poorly of late, and unfortunately Dave passed away this week. So condolences to the Edwards and the Mitchell family as well, and the umpires will be honouring them today. And there's a couple of guys who are making their league debuts this weekend. We have Dave Milan, who's out at Jervois, and a guy who I think he's probably royalty down here, isn't he? Bradley Jeffrey. He's doing a job down here, so hopefully there's no envelopes or anything passed on to Brad before the game. And Matt Steinbeck, the coach, and also David Zarch, who's a new guy in the league. So he's on their executive, and he's doing an A-grade game as well, and they'll be both at Jervois. So again, to clubs out there, we keep talking all the time. We need more umpires. We need to continue to bring umpires through. So umpires panel is okay, but could do with some more umpires. So congratulations to those guys, and Matt Steinbeck is doing a fantastic job. Although we did appoint him, and we're at round 1, and he's buggering off to Japan for 2 weeks. So I'm not sure how that slipped in there, Matt. But anyway, so well done to all the umpires, and again, we thank them for their contribution.
Good stuff. So let's talk this week's game. So netball first of all. What's going to happen out on the show court one today?
She's going to be a good game today, I reckon.
Blockbuster.
Matt. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, Maipo are definitely a club that we look to their structure. So today's game will be. It will be epic.
It's going to be a high standard.
It will be. It will be.
So Cats are not quite fielding their strongest possible side. There's probably one player that's not in there today, a defender.
Right. Yeah.
But apart from that, they're looking pretty good. A different side to last year.
Definitely a different side. So a couple of girls from last year, but then we've got a couple of people that have come back that are local girls to play in that side, as well as a couple of girls from Adelaide.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to ask for tips because you're going to say Maipo, you're going to say Cats, so we won't go there. All right, thanks very much, Narelle. I can't wait, and we'll be 12 o'clock very shortly, so we're going to keep moving.
It'll be good.
Football, Coorong Cats v Maipo. Steiny, what's in a short, brief summary, what's going to happen?
I'll try and be short.
Yeah, that's why I said keep it short.
Maipo live member, you know my heart is. But, look, the Cats set a standard last year that I think everyone's now trying to attain to, which is good. They lost a couple of players, but the smiling assassin here has done quite well. And, what they've lost, they've picked up in spades with, obviously Jaden Ward and young Jacobs from Narracourt and Seb, is it? Yes. So really good. Maipo, Jack Cluskey's a big out for them. But it's great for Jack, getting the opportunity to play VFL each week for Sydney Swans, so you can't deny him that. But and Stephen Mills away, and I think they've got a couple of injuries as well, and a few guys a bit sore. So my heart says Maipo, but I think the Cats will continue on in 2025 where they left off last year. So.
Adam, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, well, you know how I feel. The Cats will have 3 out, but of course we're bolstered with numbers, so we've got good depth. So nothing much really changes for the Cats. So it'll be the Cats today by 60 to 70. 60 to 70.
Boom. Narelle, your tip?
Yeah, I'll go Cats.
Go the Cats?
Yeah.
All right, good work. Off to Jervois. Jervois for Southern Mallee. Mark, thoughts?
Yeah, so had a little chat to Baz, as I said, yesterday. They've got a couple of guys injured. They've recruited a few, but unfortunately did him a good week on the track. Jervois, I'm a bit bullish about him. I think probably Maipo, Imps and Jervois, sort of those three throw a blanket over them. Jervois, I'll start off with 0 points this year, so that'll be a difference. Very experienced, obviously premiership experience, picked up a couple of good recruits, and another guy, I think, sorry, just had a little hiccup there.
That's all good.
Ben Hanson, saw him at training, so super fit, so he's almost like a new recruit, I reckon. So Southern Mallee, they've lost a few. Ben Moroney's, sorry, we've just got to sneak through here. Come on through. It's all happening here at the moment. I'm in Indian courts. Ben Moroney's a big out for the Suns, I think. So I would think Jervois at Jervois always play a lot better there. So I think Jervois probably 30, 40 points, something like that. So sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
Thank you, Mark. Your thoughts, please.
This live TV. Oh, there we go. Now everyone's gone too. But look, Jervois, they're a strong club. They get around each other. They'll, and after last year, they'll be out to threaten some clubs. So Jervois by probably 40 points for me.
Who are you going forward? Jervois or the Southern Mallee?
I'm going to go Jervois. I work with Jack Cluskey. Is he pulling on the boots today at Jervois?
He'll probably
I know he's got a few games he wants to get under his belt, so I better go with Jervois.
Better go with the Jervois.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Jervois, and they've got a new ruckman in Fraser Thorne, so he's a very, very fit person, and he can run and he can jump, and I think that's one thing. I do rate Big Harry, who's been rucking for him in the past, but this is probably what Jervois need right now, so I'm going to go with Jervois on that one. Mallee Districts versus Tailem.
Yeah, so a couple of new coaches there. So Toasty Clay out at Mallee and Tyson Edwards at Tailem. So big turnaround of players at the Storm. So I think it does take a few weeks for that to gel. New players getting used to our competition. Tailem, there's been a big buzz coming out of there with Tyson's appointment, which is fantastic, a guy of his calibre. They've got great kids out there. They've had good kids for 2 or 3 years. Their 15s and 18s won the flag last year. So I think Mallee District will certainly take it up to them. But I think Tailem Bend, the Peak Oval, won't bother them. They're used to that sort of a ground. So I think Tailem Bend, and I think they're the ones to watch. They'll be the big improvers. So Tailem Bend.
Thanks, Mark. Adam?
Yeah, I agree, Steiny. I think Tailem Bend will lap the Peak Oval up. I was up at Tailem Bend at the girls' footy last night, so there was a bit of talk about the Peak Oval and how they're going to attack that. So, and the hype of Edwards coming in, Tailem are up and about, and that's really good to see for them as well. Tailem Bend for me this week.
Narelle?
And, yep, I'll go Tailem as
You
well.
go Tailem Bend.
Yep.
Great to see Ryan Farnham back in our league, playing at centre half back for Tailem Bend, and Adam and Tim Smythe for the Storm will be great assets for them. But I think Tailem Bend will be too good. First up, Mallee Storm are going to be all right this year, but they're just going to take a little bit to get going. Completely new side. So for me, Tailem Bend. Out at Windy Hill, Manham v Ramblers.
Yeah, so Manham are quite a few out and some really good ins. They've lost a fair bit of experience, but Matt Min's a good player. Yeomans, Shapley, some good recruits. But the two I really like, obviously, the homecoming of the two boys from Sturt, Cody Davenant, who's just a ripping kid, and the great man Chad Reski. They're going to give some defenders some nightmares. Ramblers, obviously, with Ray, new coach in there, they're going to be a young side again. But they've got kids that have played 2 or 3 years now, so they've got a bit of experience. But I think out on the big ground at Manham, I think Manham just have a few too many guns for the Roosters, and I reckon Manham will win probably, again, 30 or 40. Could be even more.
Rightio. Thank you. Adam?
Yeah, quite simply, Manham at a home game up there. Those few that have come in, which Manham eventually announced, so we all knew what was happening.
Yeah.
But Manham at the home ground.
Yep.
And me too. Same as Mark and Adam will go Manham.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go Manham as well because I've now moved Ramblers down below them on the ladder.
No, you haven't.
So
On what ladder is that one, Matt?
that is the ladder that I wanted to change.
Once the wheel spun, mate, you can't
Exactly. Now, there's also a young fella playing. I'm not sure if it's his first league game. I'd like to find this out, but Jet Gibson, young fella from Manham, real gun. Been following him through the juniors over the finals over the last few years through RMFL TV, and I really like this kid. I think he's going to be great for Manham. So for me, I'm going to go for Manham. And I will just mention, obviously, you got the regulars out at Ramblers there. You got Vanson, Pratt, and Trevorrow, the old stalwarts. So they'll be giving their best. I think so. Now, Adam, we've just got a couple of milestones we really need to mention for the Cats today.
Yeah, here at the home ground for the Cats, Nick Crozer will play his 100th senior game, so that's great for Nick and his family. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get much better than this. 300 games for Lockie Richardson. The Richardson family are just synonymous with football. It just runs through their veins. They are all fabulous footballers and just a great family to have around. So that's fantastic for Lockie, and Emily, of course, involved in the netball too. The Coorong Cats will be wearing a black armband today for life member Jim Fisher. So Jim was involved with Border Downs. He's a life member there, which automatically carries through to the Cats. And he also moved to Meningie and was a great supporter here. So 3 generations of the Fisher family have played through to Meningie, and Charlie Fisher, of course, playing in the A grade for the Coorong Cats.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Adam, for that. So, Narelle.
Yes.
You know what time it is now for?
What is it?
It's Matt's quiz! You little beauty. And sponsored by the Ruck and Rover podcast, Chili Chandler and Harry Mansfield. So very big thank you to the Ruck and Rover podcast. All right, now we're going to test our buzzers, which will be Narelle.
Narelle?
Yep.
Okay.
Mark. Yep. Now we're going to bring the battens in. Thank you, Harry. Make sure the professionals know Bridget's facing the camera, please.
Okay.
All right, we'll just test the buzzers again because that was a bit of a rough test.
So are we putting this up?
You need to put that up and say Narelle.
Okay. Narelle.
And really quickly. Now, quicker. Yep. No, not yet. It's got to be Narelle.
Narelle.
That's better, right?
Bunga.
Mark. Right, okay. Question number 1.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
Quiet, please. What is your name?
Narelle.
Yes.
Narelle?
Yes, correct. Narelle. 1 to Narelle.
You've had all summer to think of that.
I thought I'd just start with that question.
Hell.
And you should have all got that right. So, all right. In the 2024 RFL League Grand Final, what was the winning margin?
Whoa.
Hang on, winning margin and best on. Who was best on? Now, Narelle, you were first in?
Best on.
Yeah, best on and the winning margin. You're winning quick.
Best on was Jess Excel's partner, Stiddy.
Yes, steady, yes. And the margin.
90 points.
Well done, Rosie.
I know my footy.
Okay,
Go
Narelle.
Pats.
2 Narelle. Now, just test your buzzers again, please, guys.
I know what to do.
Okay, yeah, rightio. Right, so that's that one. Right, number 3. Who is the Mallee Storm's new coach?
Unga.
Unga.
Toasty Clay.
Correct. Toasty Clay is correct. Name the Maipo and Cats A-grade netball coaches.
Unga.
Unga
Yep.
again.
They were just here. Stacey Smith and Georgia Dent.
Yep, another one to Adam. It's 2-all. Mark yet to get on the board. How many netball games will be live streamed this year?
Narelle.
Yes, Narelle.
3.
3 is correct.
Would prefer it to be 19, but we'll go with
Yes.
3.
Go with 3.
I'm just going to have a copy of that, all right?
He's relaxing.
Got a little stash in there or what? Now,
Just continue.
right,
Talk amongst yourself.
here we go. Question number 6. Which former Coorong Cats player made a cameo appearance on a reality TV
Yes,
show?
Narelle.
Yes.
Rory.
Last name, please.
I don't know his last name.
I'll give you half a point for that. Does anyone know?
Half a point for Unga. Lehman.
Lehman, so half for Adam and half for
He was
Narelle.
on maths. Do I get a point?
was.
Half a point for
No,
that?
well, no, you don't. So Rory Lehman made a little guest appearance as a special guest date, I believe. I didn't watch it, but I found that out.
He was the intruder.
Right, the intruder.
Yeah,
You don't watch it, do you?
No,
I
no.
do, and yes, he was.
My
Well, we've got to
wife.
keep going. We've got the netball starting soon.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Multiple choice question. You cannot answer until after the last one's read out.
Okay.
Who is the record holder for the most senior netball games played for the Meningie Netball Club? A. Kirsty Bagshaw. B. Katrina Hood. Or C. Jane Swan?
Narelle.
Oh, it was Unga, was it? Yep.
Kirsty Bagshaw.
Incorrect.
Narelle.
Yes.
Katrina Hood.
Yes, Katrina Hood with 314
Well
Yes.
done,
games.
Treen. She
You
won't
go,
be happy
girl.
with
Kirsty
me.
was about 309, I reckon, something like that. And Jane Swan was about 250 plus.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought that was.
Round 1. Who has the bly?
Unga. Imps.
Oh, hang on, that wasn't you.
Hey?
Sorry. He's Imps. Hang on, I'm still marking this down. Imps is
show you
correct.
running here.
Imps is correct. All right. Quarter time, half time, and 3/4 time breaks are sponsored by who?
Mark!
Yes.
No, not by Mark, by Drindles Concrete. There
Randall's
you go.
Concrete.
Well done,
Yes,
Barney.
Mark is on the board.
My pants are
No,
safe. You ready?
no nudie runs for him. Name the Maipolonga A-grade football coach.
Mark,
Yep.
that would be Ryan Lewis.
Ryan Lewis. He is off and
real
running
strong
now, isn't he? He's on a little roll here.
Yes, there is.
Who won the 2024 A-grade netball grand final?
Narelle.
Yep.
Storm.
Storm Dares. Yes, correct. Narelle. Let's just add this up now. I think that's... so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 for Narelle.
We got anything to eat?
And half. Adam was 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Mark is 2. Narelle, you win that quiz! Hey, you looked a beauty. Good stuff. All right, well, that's the end of the show. We've just got a couple of little closeouts here. First of all, thank you to Mary Lou, Denise, Harry, Jimmy, Sophie, Griffo, Kim's here, out of uniform, of course. Thank you to Narelle, Mark, and Unga. We'll be back with the netball very shortly, not far away actually, and the football at 2:30. Next week we're going to be live streaming from the Maipo Jervois game, football only, and we'd just like to acknowledge the netball sponsors of the game for today. We've got Binawi Angus, and that's for the Cats, and for Maipolonga Cast Air Concrete, and of course the major sponsor is Dace Irrigation and Fodder. Thanks for watching Before the Game. I'm Matt Hood.